So in Chile, in terms of mental health, we mostly talk about things like, like OCD. We talk about it like as a joke, right? Most people don't know really what it is, they just mention it.
It's kind of a taboo topic, just because it's a very conservative and traditional country. So I think the mental health issues that are mainly talked about are about depression,
and unfortunately suicide.
It's depression.
We may talk about depression in general.
La dépression ou encore les troubles alimentaires.
Depression and anxiety. Although there is a lot of stigma around it, this line of discourse has definitely changed. Some of the least talked about mental health related issues is therapy. Therapy is seen as such a taboo, and people feel that there needs to be a condition for you to go to therapy.
Nowadays we are facing tough moments, and people think that this path of suicide is a good way of giving a solution to the problems they may have, and people are getting more depressed, so it is becoming a huge and dangerous problem nowadays.
I think that's one of the issues that's really prevalent, just because, especially for high school and being in the Kenyan system for school, it can be very stressful. There's a lot of work. And then also pressure from your family to succeed is another big thing. It's very much focused on getting a good job or going to college and being able to provide for your families.
Le fait de ne pas pouvoir les diagnostiquer ou de pouvoir mettre des mots sur ce que ces personnes ressentent ou vivent au quotidien est un réel problème. De plus, sans diagnostic, une prise en charge ne pourra pas être faite et un manque de place dans les hôpitaux ou dans les instituts se fait ressentir un peu partout. Le manque de compréhension et le manque de moyens pourraient être un frein au traitement de ces personnes qui sont réellement malades.
In terms of my social circles, my family, college or work, in my circles, mental health issues are something that is not taboo to talk about. But there's a lot of people in Chile who they just hide these kinds of things. There's like a big social stigma regarding mental health. They see seeking treatment as a form of weakness, or like just they think that something is just inherently wrong with you, and not that you're going through some phase or that you're just having like just issues that can be fixed. It's just like, oh, it's something that Chileans feel ashamed about.
Here, my family, they just think that if you're depressed, you're not depressed, you're just sad. You're extremely sad, and you just have to stand up and keep on walking, keep on working, keep on doing.
My parents were, very much focused on working, so finding time to have a relationship and talk about mental health isn't really that common, and that's goes for a lot of other Kenyans because of, again, just traditional ideas and not being able to really express that without it being something taboo.
Not many parents they can have frequent conversation with their kids because they are really busy with work. So I think that's one of the cause of many mental health issue among teenagers. So I think a healthy conversation and a frequent conversation among family members will be helpful.
I think it is important to consider the relationship we have with our parents. I think that people must be aware of the importance they have, the role they have as parents, because a good relationship with our parents will determine how we'll feel in the future, how we'll think, and how we will act. So it is very important that people are aware of the importance of being good parents with their children and helping them in this process of growing.
People should, they should think about their words instead of just saying things, because what they say, that could actually hurt people that are in that situation. So I don't know, it's like if you're openly insulting someone that is actually depressed or is actually willing to take his life.
What are the things that we should change about mental health is definitely, being more open about it. And this is something I talk with a lot of friends. I personally, I have no issues, seeking help for myself, but I know a lot of people who would be very ashamed of, going and, talking to a psychiatrist or something like that.
Therapy should be normalized. Stigma and taboo around therapy and mental health is very prevalent, but through education, awareness and acceptance, we could definitely see some changes there.
Pourquoi pas faire de l'éducation thérapeutique dans les collèges, dans les lycées, enfin dès le plus jeune âge, pour sensibiliser les jeunes à cette maladie et ne plus faire de cette maladie un tabou, tout simplement.
C'est vrai que bien souvent, au sein de la société, les personnes atteintes de ces pathologies sont considérées comme folles et sont souvent incomprises, alors qu'ils sont juste malades et nécessitent des traitements pour aller mieux. C'est pour ça qu'on pense qu'une éducation portée dès le plus jeune âge serait intéressante afin de modifier tous ces comportements.
Voilà, merci beaucoup.
Au revoir.